Welcome back, focused learners. Today, we're completely rewiring how businesses operate by digging into enterprise prompt engineering. And look, if you're deploying agentic AI systems right now, the stakes are absolutely massive. We're not just talking about those simple customer service chatbots anymore, right? We're talking about autonomous agents making critical financial and operational decisions. It's a whole new ballgame.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's a quick look at our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to cover the Enterprise Prompting Challenge, the 5 types of prompting, a perfect prompt formula, agentic system governance, and wrap up with some really cool system prompt pro tips. Let's get right to it.
All right, Part 1, the Enterprise Prompting Challenge.
So, Dr. Nabanita Sinha really hit the nail on the head here. She notes, in agentic AI systems, the quality of the prompt is the quality of the outcome. Think about that for a second. A poorly scoped instruction in a highly regulated field like finance or healthcare, it doesn't just give you a weirdly phrased sentence. No, it cascades into massive, non-compliant downstream errors. It's a huge deal.
To put it simply, vague prompts are a massive liability. They lead directly to misleading, costly, or completely non-compliant actions. But on the flip side, precisely engineered prompts mathematically equal better outputs. You get improved accuracy, way fewer hallucinations, and those rigidly controlled formats that enterprises actually need.
Moving on to Part 2, the 5 types of prompting. Here's your basic toolkit. You've got Zero Shot for simple, direct instructions, Few Shot, which feeds the model pattern examples so it learns by seeing, Instruction-based, which is great for strict step-by-step formats like risk reporting, Role-based, where you actually assign a specific persona, and finally, Chain of Thought. This one is awesome because it forces step-by-step reasoning for complex tasks, like a root cause analysis and a fraud investigation.
Now, why is that role-based prompting so absolutely critical? Well, if you just say, explain machine learning, you're going to get a super generic Wikipedia-style answer. But if you demand the model act as a senior data science consultant briefing a chief risk officer, wow, that completely changes the vocabulary, the structure, and the tone of the output. It's like flipping a switch.
Section 3, the perfect prompt formula.
You're going to want to remember this. The perfect formula has exactly 5 parts: role, task, context, format, and constraints. Let's say you're building an HR Q&A agent. Role, you tell it to be an empathetic HR partner. Task, answer leave questions. Context, here's the attached policy. Format, 3 plain English sentences. And finally, constraints, make absolutely no promises outside of this policy. Boom, that's how it's done.
Let's look at a side-by-side comparison. A bad prompt is just super vague, like, analyze this customer complaint. A good prompt gets a bit better by adding a clear task. But the absolute best prompt, it applies that full 5-part formula. It demands a senior analyst role, dictates a structured JSON format, and explicitly constrains any speculation. That kind of precision turns your AI from a total liability into a rock-solid asset.
Which brings us to Section 4, Agentic System Governance.
Here is the reality check. In a standalone chatbot, a bad prompt just gives you a bad answer. Annoying, but fine. But in an agentic workflow, bad prompts break the entire collaboration chain. Prompt engineering at every single boundary between these agents isn't just a nice-to-have. It is quite literally mandatory governance infrastructure.
Let's map this out with an anti-money laundering workflow. Imagine Agent 1 uses a vague prompt to extract transaction risk signals. That means the data passed to Agent 2 is already flawed. By the time Agent 4 routes everything to the compliance team, the entire investigation is corrupted. Just one bad instruction ruins the entire pipeline. It's a domino effect.
Finally, Section 5, System Prompt Pro Tips.
Okay, here is a massive pro tip for all you AI tool builders out there. You can, and absolutely should, use an LLM to help write and refine your system prompts while you're building an application. Treat your production prompts like version-controlled code. You literally use a powerful LLM to write, test, and refine those complex instructions for your smaller, task-specific agents. It's incredibly effective and saves a ton of time.
The workflow for this is actually pretty straightforward. First, define your AI tool's core goal. Next, explicitly ask that advanced LLM to generate your base system prompt using the 5-part formula we just talked about. Finally, test it with adversarial edge cases. Really try to break it. And if it breaks, just have the LLM rewrite the constraints to fix it. Constantly iterate. This is how you build a robust tool. So that leaves us with one final crucial question for you to audit your own systems. Will your next enterprise AI deployment be driven by precise governance, or will it be broken by a single vague instruction? The difference lies entirely in the prompt. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Now go secure those systems.